for a second, especially the ones who check the Classroom live stream app while they're working. Do yourself a favor. If you see your kid talking to an empty corner, don't zoom in. Just close the laptop, because once you see what I saw, you can't unsee it. My son Leo is 6. My wife travels for work, so it's usually just us two holding down the fort. I work in IT, so I've got 3 monitors going. I usually keep his classroom feed open on the side screen, mostly just to make sure he's actually eating his lunch and not trading it for Pokemon cards. You know how these feeds are. Terrible quality, 720p at best. Glitchy. Last Tuesday, around 11 a.m., I looked over. The rest of the class was doing circle time, but Leo was standing in the back of the room, facing the coat rack. He wasn't in timeout. He was nodding, like he was having a serious conversation. I zoomed in. The feed was pixelated, but right next to Leo, the air looked weird, distorted. You know when heat radiates off a hot road? It looked like that. A tall, blurry shimmer standing right over him. I figured it was a compression artifact, a glitch in the stream. I didn't think much of it. When I picked him up, I kept it casual. I asked, "Hey bud, who were you talking to by the coats today?" He didn't miss a beat. He was eating a granola bar and said, "That was Mr. Arthur. He was showing me his boots." I laughed. "Mr. Arthur? Is he a new teacher?" Leo stopped chewing. He looked right at me in the rearview mirror. "No, Dad. He lives in the boiler room. He says it's too loud down there, so he comes up to the quiet corner." I got a weird feeling in my gut. Not fear exactly, just uneasiness. I googled the school when we got home. Turns out, the building used to be a textile factory back in the 20s. We did the normal stuff. Pizza, Lego, bath time. Leo seemed fine, happy even. I put him to bed at 8:30. I turned on his nightlight, the little turtle one that projects stars on the ceiling, and I went downstairs to watch the game. I cracked a beer and pulled up the baby monitor on my phone. It's a habit. I just like to make sure he settles down. The room was dark, just the green glow of the night vision. Leo wasn't sleeping. He was sitting up, cross-legged, staring at the closet door, and he was whispering. I turned the volume up on my phone. "Okay," Leo whispered. "My dad is downstairs. He won't hear." My stomach dropped. I pressed the talk button on the app. I wanted to tell him to go to sleep. But before I could speak, the closet door behind him slowly creaked open. I'm watching this live on my phone downstairs. A tall, gray shape stepped out of the closet. On the night vision, it looked like static. It was huge. It had to be 7 feet tall. It leaned down over my son's bed. I jumped up. I knocked my beer over. I shouted into the phone, "Leo, jet out of there!" On the screen, the shape snapped its head toward the camera, toward me, and then, through the speaker of my phone, a voice that was not my son's, a voice that sounded like grinding metal, whispered back, "He can hear us, Arthur." I ran upstairs. I took the stairs, 3 at a time. I burst into his room. The closet was shut. Leo was asleep. The room was empty, but the room was freezing cold. And on the floor, right by the bed, there was a pair of muddy boot prints. We're staying at my brother's house now. Leo keeps asking when we can go back to see Mr. Arthur. I told him, never.